Are we back? I think we're back. Hi. Just some slight technical issues. Super fun, right? You'll love to see it. Where is Final Fantasy? There we go. Relaunching. Are we back? Hello? Can you guys hear me?
I can barely hear you.
It'd probably help if I, actually talked into the microphone.
Yeah, that's better.
Instead of just kind of like vaguely near it, huh? That probably helps a lot. Oh. Yeah, sorry about that, chap. Just having some issues. I think it's something to do with NVIDIA graphics drivers, like the newest ones. They don't play nice. It's been causing issues, so I had to roll it back. Just installed the new ones, been having no problems. Well, it has some issues with some of the software that I have to run for streaming. Annoyingly. Alright, let's just try to finish off a couple more quests. Okay. Consequences. Oh boy. Madeline is in for a scolding, I hope. My apologies, I bear full responsibility for this debacle. There will be time for that later. I, for one, am more concerned about picking up the pieces. What do we know? The protest was orchestrated by the young woman who Lord Madeline ordered shot. She and her conspirators infiltrated Falcon's Nest, posing as servants and guests. Several were taken alive, others resisted and were struck down. Still others took their own lives. Our forces suffered casualties as well, but by the grace of the Fury, no civilians were seriously injured. So more remarkably, the ringleader yet lives, for the time being at least. The chirurgeons are doing what they can for her, but she may not live through the night. Given their impeccable timing, it is like that the convictors who drew us away from the hamlet were in league with the protesters. Accordingly, we have detained them for questioning. I'll be sworn that these villains spent as much effort plotting the failure of this peace conference as we did its success. Well, if the mood of my hamlet is any indication, theirs have been the more fruitful labors. In the wake of the protest, the people seem disillusioned. You spoke with them then? I see. Sir Emmerich placed his trust in me. It will be difficult to explain what has happened here. Yeah, I imagine so. Remember how far we have come, First Commander. The people's faith may be shaken, but we convinced them before, and we will do so again. If we can but find a means to remind them, to show them once more the promise that change holds for all, then this tragedy too shall pass into the past. We must pray that you are right. Nevertheless, for the time being, I have no choice but to suspend the peace conference pending Sir Emmerich's final decision. Under the circumstances, I cannot leave Falcon's Nest. Lorelei, will you deliver the report to the Lord Commander? And I said, sure. I can do that. Get up, Madeline. You're going with her. Go without me. No. You'll answer for your actions in person. Your manservant is not here. In fact, I have not seen him for some time. Honorroy? Honorroy? I could have sworn he was... Get back here. Ah! Search for Honorroy. Honorroy. There's a Manolane. Ah, here he is. Is he dead? Or just beat up?
No, no. What have they done to you? Onawa! Onawa!
That's how you pronounce his name.
Is that you, my lord? You seem rather flustered.
Because of you, you imbecile! What in the seven hells happened to you?
My apologies. Some few of the guests expressed a wish to leave, and I implored them to stay. It would seem they took issue with my request.
Oh, gods forgive me. If I had only been more careful with my words.
Do not blame yourself, my lord. I know that you and your brother have Ishgard's best interests at heart. That poor woman. She lives in the past, clinging to the memories of the lost. But the future holds so much promise, so much joy. And you know that better than any.
Onawa?
Calm yourself. The boy will live. But it's imperative we get him inside and into the care of a Chirurgeon without delay.
Chirurgeon. That's how you pronounce that word.
Oh, we were so close! Why does it all have to fall to pieces? Don't they want to live in peace? Don't they want to be happy? We all want the same thing! And still it falls to pieces! Tell me, what was I supposed to do? Hmm? Someone, anyone, tell me, what was I supposed to do?
Stop looking to others. You make your choice and you live with the consequences.
And what would you know about consequences? You who always know just what to say and just what to do. Your every deed is greeted with a round of applause.
You know nothing about me. I have fought tooth and nail for the people I hold dear. Done everything in my power to save them.
That was so cathartic.
Learn to live with it. I have.
I like this new Thancred. I like this new Thancred. Thancred, can I give him one too? Can I hit him too? And this is why we don't bring entitled little brats onto the battlefield. Oh. Oh, I enjoyed that. Mm-hmm. Good job, Thancred. I may have overreacted, but it needed to be done. He was becoming hysterical. You punched his soul out of his body, Thancred. I understand the desire to look for reasons, for excuses, to convince yourself you had no choice. But the past is the past, and there is naught to be gained from reliving your mistakes. I know this, but he was just so dumb. I think I'll actually take that katana. That's cool looking. What is it? Dragoon, Rogue Ninja, Gladiator, Pallet? Fire claws. Cool looking. I have no desire to wait for the lordling to emerge from his puddle of self-pity. We have important matters to attend to in Ishgard. Oh. New Thancred is great. I still don't understand why he wears the patch thing over his eye, or the eye covering, but I assume we will find out. Maybe his silver eye has some special power. You are expected, miss. Pray proceed. Proceed to the seat of the Lord Commander? I think I shall. Emmerich. Word of the demonstration and its resolution outstripped you. Every man, woman, and child of Ishgard has heard the tale. 'Tis rumored that my youngest's lack of judgment was to blame. Of course, such stories are prone to exaggeration. What exactly came to pass? He's an idiot. That's what came to pass. I see, so that is the truth of it. Regardless of his intent, the result is undeniable. He's furthered the cause of these misguided few who cannot let go of the past. In an instant, the delicate peace we were poised to forge is once more beyond us. To dwell so deeply on the war and the vengeance it begets, only for that too to be taken away, is it any wonder that they were left bereft? For what was the sacrifice? Have we naught to show for our suffering? I thought peace a sufficient salve, but mayhap I was mistaken. We are warriors, Lord Edmont, and ours is a nation built on centuries of warfare. Right or wrong, this is who we are, and we deny it at our peril. To hold on to the past without being beholden to it, we must needs find a way to honor the sacrifice of our forefathers without glorying in their excesses. A difficult path to be sure. We dare not deny the scars which mar our nation's soul, lest we spur other disillusioned souls to retrace them. But as you say, we dare not revel in past glories either, for they are tainted all. A clear, unambiguous enemy, and an undeniably righteous cause. 'Tis a bitter reflection, but lies though they were, they did long serve to unite us. No truth will ever serve as well, I fear, yet we are not without options. At our last meeting, a proposal was tabled by other members of the Eorzean Alliance for joint military exercises to strengthen the ties between our nations and test our readiness to meet with a common threat. I had thought to delay these exercises until after the peace conference, but mayhap a grand melee would be just the thing to lift our beleaguered spirits. Better still, an occasion for the Temple Knights and the Watch to take the field as allies, a unified Ishgardian force filled with men and women from all walks of life, which would stand against a coalition of the allied nations' finest. Hosted by Ishgard in the shadow of the Gates of Judgment, a victory under such circumstances would serve as a reaffirmation, nay, a declaration to all and sundry that we are as strong and united as ever. Such a victory would do much to fan the flames of patriotism, it is true, but if we should be defeated, though even to hold our own against the cream of three nations might be presented as a triumph. Very well. You may count on my support for what little it is worth. However, I have a request. I would have my son Amanalain take part in the grand melee. By his deeds has he brought shame upon Ishgard, and so by his deeds I would have him bring our nation honor. As you wish, my lord. If that is his desire, then it shall be so. Now then, we have no time to lose. Lorelei, would you be so kind as to deliver my instructions to Lucia? Sure. I shall write the Alliance leaders at once and begin making arrangements for the grand melee. You got it. Should you chance to see my son, pray inform him of his duty. You got it. All right. So that is their solution, a grand melee to unite the people. And what part would they have you play in this affair? You whom they have taken into their confidence, upon whom they have come so heavily to rely. And will you oblige them when the proposition is made? Will you stand for Ishgard once more? It is getting to be a bit much, isn't it? That's such a great response. You say that, and yet here you are. Yeah, here I am. This is, after all, the life we chose. In any event, let us not forget that the Ascians sought to profit from this war. To put an end to it is to put an end to their plot, and that, my friend, is ever a worthy cause. So for this grand melee of his, Sir Emmerich wishes to field a force comprising both his Temple Knights and Hilda's Watch. Yes, I can only imagine what she will have to say about that. In fact, curiosity compels me to go and see for myself. All right. Who are we talking to? Lucia? Hello. Well, Matt, have you spoken to Sir Emmerich? I have. I was aware of the Alliance's request, so Sir Emmerich would turn these exercises into a spectacle for the masses. It is not that I doubt the efficacy of such a plan. Indeed, I know its effectiveness only too well, having witnessed it firsthand. Nevertheless, he has not once given me reason to doubt his intentions, and these are desperate times indeed. I will select knights from the event forthwith. As for the Watch... Did he now? How considerate of Master Thancred to seek out our young Watch commander of his own volition. Alas, he acted prematurely. Pray deliver this list of Watch candidates to Hilda. I would have her best men, not her most dispensable. this bro yet? And I haven't, apparently. Hilda! Thancred's been telling me all about Sir Emmerich's grand soiree. Seems we're expected to join in. It's nice of him to invite us and all, but I hope he knows what he's doing, because we ain't dressed to dance with professional bleeding soldiers. Very well. I can't see the... seems the first commander's gone and handpicked her guests. Can't say I disagree with her choices, though. She's got a good eye. Will you be fighting too? Reckon it'd inspire the lads if you were. Might take their minds off getting their hides tanned and all. Think about it, eh? I hate to ask, but you haven't seen our favorite lordling, have you? I thought not. Or on the assumption that he's not to be found in his father's loving embrace, I suggest we split up and look for him. I will search foundation and you the pillars. Alright. Can I just not and say that I did? And we can just let him freeze. Manolane. Our best surgeons are tending him as we speak. So father has volunteered me for this grand melee of theirs. My beloved family always making my decisions for me. No, it's not like that. It's just, you wouldn't understand. How could you? You're free to be the woman you want to be, whereas I am the son of House Fortom. Don't you see? My future was determined before I was born, what I could and could not do. Right or wrong, that was the way of it, until the old order began to crumble. Now we wander amidst the rubble, searching for a purpose, for a place. All around me, brave men and women rise to the occasion. With faith and conviction, they dedicate themselves to the causes, but not I. I was terrified of making the wrong choice, which is why I let better men make them for me. Do this, do that, take this duty, guard this conference. I suppose I convinced myself I was above it until your friend showed me otherwise. When I saw Honoroi, I only wanted to scream. So you see, I cannot meekly bow my head and accept Father's command. Such cowardice is what brought me to this point. I will go to Sir Emmerich and I will make my own decision. I think he may still need a couple punches, just to be safe, you know? Just to be safe. Surely. That armor that guy's wearing is really cool. Really cool effect. How do I get the accompaniment node? Minion. That's a neat minion. I want it. Ugh. Let's see. Lord Commander is not to be disturbed. May I ask what matter demands his personal attention? Very well, you may enter. Okay. It's from Heaven's Word Trials? Ah, okay.
Lord Commander, if I may, I wish to speak with you before the Grand Melee.
Proceed.
How do you do it, my lord? How do you lead with such certainty, when so many of our countrymen will not hear of peace with the Dravanians? Some of them hate you almost as much as the dragons themselves. They decry you as a patricide in the streets. They even tried to kill you, for God's sakes. Yet still you march on, undaunted, where no archbishop dared to tread. What is your secret? Where do you find the strength?
For centuries, our nation has been punished for the sins of our forefathers. If our punishment is to end, I believe we must right the wrongs of antiquity and move forward as a nation united. Needless to say, my father did not share this opinion. He did not believe the people strong enough to bring about their own deliverance, trusting only in himself. Tyranny seemed to him the only solution. But I have faith in the people, Lord Amanalain. I have faith that they will weather this storm and overcome every trial we set before them. Many have fought and died to see this blight upon our nation's history cleansed, and I would not let their sacrifices be in vain. Though we invite reprisals, the risk is worth the reward.
I want to believe. I do. Lord Commander, through my careless orders, a pall has been cast over these proceedings, and I beg the opportunity to make amends. I, Amanalain de Forton, do hereby request leave to take part in the Grand Melee.
Who am I to deny such a heartfelt plea? We would be honored to have you join the fray, my lord.
You'll take charge of the Ishgardian forces?
For all my other responsibilities, I am still Lord Commander of the Temple Knights, and I would not soon yield this duty to another.
The esteemed Sir Emeric leading the Temple Knights and the Watch into battle along with my youngest. I could wish for no more.
Then you wish for too little, my lord. There is another who might yet join the fray. An indispensable ally to whom we owe much and more.
Yeah, of course you want me to join.
An adventurer beholden to none who nevertheless chose to champion our cause, who has shared in our suffering and in our glory. A warrior without equal, who I am privileged to call a friend. There is no one I would rather have fighting by my side. I ask this in full knowledge of your obligations, and will not think less of you should you refuse. But if your conscience will allow it, might you oblige me, my friend, one more time? Together we shall give the people a spectacle for the ages, a celebration to mark the dawning of a new era.
I'm excited for the next bits of the quest line. I just say it might be cheating too. Your mere presence is enough to turn the tide of most battles. And did you see the way his eyes lit up when you nodded? 'Twas a look of boundless relief and joy. One would think a politician more practiced at concealing his emotion. Still, his honesty does him credit. For a moment I was fair inspired to pledge myself to the cause, but that would be improper. This is their fight and yours, but not mine. Well, I would have appreciated the assistance anyways, Thancred. Thanks for offering. Sure, whatever. I'll take that. Okay. Well, I think I'm going to call it here for the night and go get some sleep. Thank you guys so much for coming to the stream. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to hit that like button if you're on YouTube. And if you haven't done so already, make sure to subscribe on YouTube and give me a follow on Twitch. If you'd like to help support the channel, make sure to join the channel membership on YouTube and subscribe on Twitch. And feel free to come and join our Discord to hang out with me and other amazing members of the community and chat about Final Fantasy and other fun games. It's a lot of fun. So I hope you guys come and join. Anyways, thank you guys so much for coming to the stream, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.